Good afternoon. Boa tarde a todos. Thank you for your attendance here. To the ones that are here physically with us in this room, and the hundreds, and we hope thousands that are watching us remotely. Thank you to the Portuguese companies, the ones that are operating this market for many years, and the ones that are just making their first efforts. Thank you for the foreign entities and companies for interest in our sector and what we are going to show you. Our gratitude to Expo 2020 Dubai, to ICEP and the Portugal Pavilion for offering us this stage and for helping us making all this possible. Now, what brings us here? We are here to promote the Portuguese ICT sector, leveraging the Portugal positioning as a supplier of cutting-edge technology and creating awareness for our companies and our solutions, showing that Portugal is truly a digital nation. We hope also to bring partnerships, to try to connect countries and companies, as we believe that partnerships are the best way for us to surpass the current hurdles. We'll start the project here in Dubai, and the next year, the following year, we'll be traveling all around the world. So this is the beginning, just the start of a bigger conversation. Today with us, we have here ICEP that will tell us a little more about Portugal's role here at Expo 2020 Dubai. We also invite two Portuguese companies, VisionBox and Team WeTech, Mr. Pedro Pinto and Mr. Sheriff Hamula, that will share not their hurdles, but mostly their successes for a Portuguese company to operate in Dubai. Finally, we'll have some words from ANTE President, from the Portuguese ICT Association, explaining what Portugal did, is doing, and will do in the future. We know that circumstances have, unfortunately, put the future a little closer to us. So we hope that what we have to tell you could be a plus to our bigger conversation. My final word is about gratitude for your attendance, and gratitude also, and hoping, more than hoping, believing that this is not just another chapter in a conversation, but a continuation of a dialogue between our technology and the world. Almost forgot. We also will have some magic or technology, or magic and technology from a Portuguese magician, Luís Matos. We have to wait to see what he will show us and try to believe if our eyes are seeing what they are truly seeing. So let's start. Please, let's play the movie and let's start this event. Thank you all.
Thank you. Portugal grew. It widened the sea and the land with the warmth of its enthusiasm and knowledge. From the center of the world, it writes the new epic poems of today, determined and resilient in going further. Today, it conquers new seas through innovation and its mission to help everyone else through its in-depth technological knowledge. It is with a lot of talent and competitiveness that we are making a difference for an increasingly better world.
Welcome to the Portugal Pavilion at Expo 2020 Dubai. Portugal, a world in one country, is the motto to the Portuguese participation in Expo 2020 Dubai. Dubai is the perfect showcase to promote Portugal, a country that is open to the world with all its talent and diversity. Through Portugal's pavilion and its dedicated program, we aim to showcase the very best our country has to offer, from tourist destinations to culture, from science to entrepreneurship, from innovation to new technologies, not to mention fashion, jewelry, design, and gastronomy. And of course, the common thread trying it all together. Talent. Portuguese talent continues to be one of the country's greatest competitive advantages, being recognized today by several multinational companies that choose to invest in Portugal. We want to continue to reinforce these of Portuguese innovation and talent on a stage as relevant and international as a world exposition, and especially with the scale of Expo 2020 Dubai. We are confident in the success of Portugal's participation, which will surely bring a world of opportunities to the country. Despite the good moments of artistic programming we have to offer, we will also place a strong emphasis on the economic front, particularly through weeks of business programming in our pavilion, featuring various sectors, product showcases, and other events and exhibitions which will promote the best of what is done in Portugal. A ICEP Portugal Global, a Portuguese trade and investment agency, has the pleasure to welcome you in this event. Portugal as a digital nation, promoted by an ETA concerning the Portuguese ICT sector, a sector that is giving cards to the world. Portugal today is one of the most vibrant entrepreneurship ecosystem in Europe and is one of the countries with specific policies, regulations, and incentives designed to support startups and small, medium, and large companies. Thank you.
Hello Dubai, hello world. Luis de Matos here, speaking to you live from Studio 33 in the heart of Portugal. Thank you so much for being with us this afternoon, wherever you are in the world. But if you are currently now seated at the Portuguese Pavilion at Dubai World Expo, please be welcome. Thank you for being with us. And if you are in any other place in the world as well, be welcome, be with us. This is today's event, and we have plenty of people that via Zoom, via Facebook, via YouTube are now with us. I understand that most part of them have the camera switched off. They are not that ugly, believe me. So if you consider yourself not that ugly, turn your camera on. Yes, perfect, perfect. Olá, Luís Guerreiro. Olá, Cândida. Olá, Carlos. Okay, great, great, great. It's good to know that you are all with us on this event. Once again, on behalf of ANETIE, Portuguese ICT Business Association, thank you so much for being with us. It's almost magic what technology gives us today. Look, here we are in different parts of the globe, connected, seeing, interacting, almost feeling each other. We are all taking part in this one event that happens in 3 cities, Dubai, Coimbra, and Lisbon, and is broadcasted to the world via the internet. Communication networks and satellites hovering in space make the magic happen, and Portuguese technology, software, and a fantastic team makes it all possible. Portugal is a country with almost 900 years of history and was in many moments a pioneer in the world through discoveries and achievements. In the digital world, Portugal continues to be a pioneer in many technologies: automatic vehicle control, payment systems, prepaid cards, security and reliability systems, navigation. The list goes on and on. And it is no coincidence that the biggest tech world events take place in Portugal today, like the Web Summit or the Augmented Reality Global Summit or even the ICT Directions. We have top universities, and we are the 5th European country with the highest number of PhDs in science and technology per 1,000 inhabitants between 20 and 29 years old. Portugal, in terms of innovation, is above the European average, and Portuguese technology is present in the most diverse sectors, from services to finance, including health, transport, education, retail, security, defense, space, in more than 182 countries around the world. And it is this technological ability that allows me to be here today and personally allowed me to overcome many of the constraints of a pandemic that limited us all. And that's why I'm so happy to be with all of you here today. But before we move forward, allow me to share with you what I, a magician, personally thinks about technology. And before I do that, I would also make sure that all of you at Portugal Pavilion Expo Dubai 2020, that you all have an envelope that says do not open. Yes, do not open. Very, very important. And all of you following the stream at home, in the office, on the beach, wherever you are, I would like to believe that you all printed the PDF, the flying PDF. Yes, it's a flying PDF with these 4 images. Yes, very, very important, because later we'll make the magic happen in your own hands. Yes? Okay. But since I was given a couple of minutes to talk about what is my humble opinion and my connection with technology, here is what I think. Technology makes us happy, whatever might be the demanding definition of happiness for each of us. Digital technology is changing how we live, work, play, and in my case, as well as in the case of so many others, how we create. Everyone accepts that the digital transformation of our everyday lives from both personal and professional is set to accelerate as high-speed, reliable Wi-Fi rolls out across plane fleets all over the world, as artificial intelligence is able to proactively fix a device before we are even aware that it was broken, or automatically translating and documenting meetings and actions, as 5G networks offer speeds as fast as 10 gigabytes per second, opening possibilities for real-life video or VR capabilities for workers on the move, and a seamless experience as they go between office and out-of-office environments. As bricks and mortar shops increasingly make use of digital technology, as more and more bank branches close down and mobile banking takes over, as cash is gradually becoming a thing of the past, as HoloLens AR glasses allow users to pin their email box to the wall so they can interact with it when they choose. Yeah, digital technology continues to get smarter, smaller, and more powerful. The focus of innovation is likely to shift from the digital platform to the human platform, drawing insights from how we walk and talk, the rhythms of our breathing and heartbeats, the patterns of our thinking and emotions, and our genetics, while enhancing our capabilities through wearables, implants, and even the nutrients we consume. Digital technology is literally merging with healthcare, fitness, diet, medicine, entertainment, aging, and increasingly our 5 senses. So yes, let us all be permanently prepared for the new, taking full advantage of how much we can do and experience, enjoying life even more. Although I love technology, which has always been my ally, people often ask me if technology might kill magic, as technology looks like magic when we are confronted with it. Well, the answer is no. Arthur C. Clarke once said that any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. On one side, I believe that the sense of wonder will never abandon us. We will always be able to suspend our disbelief and allow the creator, the performer, the artist to amuse and amaze us. That's simply the human nature. On the other hand, magicians tend to be always one step ahead for a simple reason. The man dreams. The technology develops to meet and even exceed those dreams. But as magicians, we do not need to do it for real. What is expected from us is to apparently create what is impossible at a certain moment in time. For example, technology cannot teletransport people, at least today. Teletransportation is not yet a reality. But we, magicians, perform it every night on stage. Actually, it was an illusion that triggered the creativity of Charles Babbage to come up with the first mechanical computer after he got defeated twice by the Turk, the chess player illusion. Yes. But please don't get me wrong. Magicians love technology. We use it all the time, disguised under the innocence of a playing card that hides a microchip inside, or even a black box that becomes see-through via the lens of a special camera. As magicians usually state that nothing is impossible, a common motto with the world of technology. Another cross point is the fact that the human imagination is the only limit. That is definitely what my team and I really believe. Picture this. My team and I have been together for more than 2 decades. In 2020, we were set to celebrate our 25th anniversary together with a European tour stopping in 24 major cities across Europe, playing theaters and arenas for 3, 4, and 5,000 spectators throughout a period of 24 weeks, one in each city, something we had increasingly been doing since 2012. The pandemic came, and we returned home after the opening week in Prague on February 2020. Here were we, at Studio 33, not knowing what we were even supposed to think or do. 2 weeks after the beginning of the first confinement in Portugal, I read an article written by Billie Eilish's manager. The title had an impact on me. It was a true epiphany. The title was Sink or Swim. I realized on that moment that we must swim and avoid sinking at all costs. At that point, we started doing what we do best, mainly because of the pleasure we get from it, brainstorming. The first rule was to assume at start that we would not get our normal lives back before 2 years. That simple assumption made us really think outside the box and not be able to rely on small fixes that would get us through a couple of months. Once we really were outside our comfort zone, we started finding ideas. We found many. The most part of them were clearly stupid, but among those, we ended up making 3 of them come to life. And yes, they have only been possible thanks to technology. The first, Studio 33 Drive-In. We looked at our property with different eyes, realizing we could adapt it to a drive-in venue for live performances. We started before the end of the confinement and end up doing 11 sold-out performances of a specially created show to be played to people inside cars. We also invited national stars to use our newly created venue as their own. Top names from music to comedy, from theater to DJing. And yes, technology played a key part. No sound speakers, as spectators on cars' audio systems were used to receive the sound that we transmitted via a FM dedicated frequency. And full interaction with everyone inside their cars via Zoom large meetings projected on the wall of our building. After this came our second idea, conectados, connected. A truly 100% hybrid event happening on theaters across the country, with spectators interacting with their invited friends at their homes throughout the world. Anyone buying a ticket to come see us live would get a free access to gift to their friends and family wherever they might be in the world. Together on stage, we would all interact as if we were in the same physical place. We've performed this show in Spain and later in Portugal, Lisbon, Coimbra, Porto, with spectators from more than 20 different countries around the world, all invited by the ones physically coming to the venue. The level of seamless interaction between the ones at the venue, the ones at home, and myself was always a wow factor and a self-satisfying accomplishment. All possible thanks to smart technology used in a smart way. Then the third idea. The third idea is still currently at play. It's a virtual show called Backstage. It's a magical experience that takes place here at Studio 33, with each performance being broadcasted live across the globe, with shows being held in Portuguese, Spanish and English on specific dates, and always with live translation to sign language. The way it works is quite straightforward. People buy tickets online, and on the purchase moment, they also give us their email and home address. The email is used to generate their unique access. We send till 24 hours before the show, and the physical address is used to post a fat and mysterious black envelope full of surprising elements that they will later use in order to experience the magic on their own hands at home with their family and friends. From tracking packages to make stuff appear at their own homes, technology is heavily present. So yes, as I said at the beginning, in my humble opinion, technology makes us happy, whatever might be the demanding definition of happiness for each of us. Thank you. Well, but right now, I would like to try some interaction, true interaction between not only Portugal and Dubai and the viewers at home, that we can have through following the stream or being on the chat or taking the podium and speak. No, I'd like to do something different. Right now, I'm looking at all of you in the VIP room at Portugal Pavilion at Expo Dubai, and I must tell you, I did a little bit of spying, and inside this glass, I will not give this information to anyone, but inside this glass I have the phone numbers of each and every one of you right now on the VIP room. Yes. I don't know how worth is this glass, but it's very valuable information. Yes, that I will not use in the future. I will disclose it, but I will destroy it. But I would like to pick one of your phone numbers of each one of you right now in the room. Let's try. Okay. Oh, two of them. Okay, just one. I see. This is the number. Okay. I won't show it, but I can read it. I have here my phone, and I will try to dial. Okay. And I will try to. Okay. So please, everyone, just check, see if your phone is ringing. It's a good thing that all of you have it in silence. Let's see if the owner of this number will... Hello! Hello! Hello, hi. Are you? Sorry to bother you, sir. Are you at the? Are you at the VIP room of Portugal Pavilion at Expo Dubai 2020?
Yes, I am.
Good. The first part is okay. Good, good, good. Okay. So what's your name, please?
My name is Pedro Pinto.
Pedro Pinto. Okay, Pedro. We never met each other, correct?
No.
Okay, good. I will kindly ask you to tell me something, but then I will also need your help to get a little bit more information about some other people in the room. The first thing I will call your attention, Pedro, is that here I have a safe. Yes, this safe is isolated in the air. No one can access to it. Yes, and inside there is a piece of information that I will disclose in a moment. Not yet, but for now, Pedro, we all have been suffering from not having great vacations on the last maybe year or two. So, Pedro, if you need to pick a dream destination for a vacation with family, friends, what would be the destination you would pick? A city, a country, can be more of a sightseeing, of a cultural visit. I mean, anything, anywhere in the world.
Lisbon.
Lisbon. Very good, Lisbon. That's a great place. I mean, that's a great, and once you are in Lisbon, you can come to Coimbra. It's a great place as well. Anyway, okay, we have Lisbon. But Pedro, people could think that somehow we had prearranged this conversation, and that I would somehow send you a text for you to say Lisbon. So I would like you, please, to go ahead and stand up. Yes. And now, question is, do you know everyone that is in the room, or are there people in the room that you don't know personally?
That are people that I don't know personally.
Great. Pedro, go and approach one of those persons and say, what's your name?
Okay.
That's networking. That's networking. Hello. Hola. Hello. What's your name? Luís Matos. Clearly, we have a glitch in the code because the 3D printer did two of us with the same name, different models. Okay, good. Luís Matos, that's a great coincidence. Okay, Luís, the question is, Pedro already decided that we go to Lisbon on vacations. Now, Luís, imagine that you all go from Dubai to Lisbon. Normal people would go by plane, but that's not clever enough. Let's use our imagination. Let's make the impossible possible. If you need to find a way to fly from Dubai to Lisbon, or from anywhere in the world where people are watching us now, what would be the transportation? Anything is possible. You can go by submarine, by hot balloon, by car, by hitchhiking. Something original, Luís. You are a Luís Matos in the world, so please be original. Teletransportation, very good, very good. Thank you very much, Luís. Okay, Pedro Pinto, let's meet someone else. Hopefully that is not named and called Luís Matos like me. Okay, thank you, Luís, thank you. And hello. Okay, someone you don't know. Okay, hello. Uh-oh. Oh, not me, he's thinking. But yes. Hello. What's your name? Sorry? Drami. Okay. Please tell me one thing. We will be teletransported from Dubai. This is the imaginary trip, teletransport from Dubai to Lisbon. But once you go inside the machine, I would like you to tell me what is the color of the framing of the teletransportation machine. Red. Perfect. That's very good. Thank you so much. Pedro, let's meet someone else. Thank you so much for your help. And okay. Wow, it's a lovely room. Hello. What's your name?
Iago.
Okay, so one question. We know it's a teletransportation machine that is red. We go from Dubai to Lisbon. What we don't know yet is the teletransportation, although it's an early version. What do you think is the duration of the transport itself? So between disintegration and then reintegration on the other side, how many seconds, minutes, or hours do you think it should take? 5 seconds. Thank you very much. It's very accurate. Thank you. And let's meet one last person. One last person. Hello. Thank you so much. May I ask you what's your name? It's a big pleasure to meet you. I will ask you one thing. Once you all get teletransported to Lisbon in 5 seconds, and in a teletransportation machine that is red, you arrive in Lisbon, you get out of the machine, and what is the first thing you would like to do once you appear in Lisbon? The first thing. Walking. Yes, Lisbon is great for walking. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, Pedro, your job is almost done. Your job is almost done. Let's just recap with me. So, we met lots of new people. I start meeting you through networking. I met a lot of your friends. I even met a guy that has the same name than me. And we decided we are going to go teletransported to Lisbon. It's a red machine. Takes 5 seconds. And when we arrive in Lisbon, we are going to walk. Yes. So Pedro, please do not hang up. But let's try and do the following. Let's try and do the following. One of the things I would like the persons that have decided the things to just stand up. Can you please stand up there? Whoever decided things, just stand up. Each of you. Okay. Yes. Okay. You are already standing, Pedro. So please stand up. Very good. Yes. 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 If you decide something, just stand up. Yes, perfect. And look, what we will do now is we are going to see exactly, don't hang up. Let's see exactly, can we bring it down, please? Okay, perfect. Let's see exactly what I wrote. I kept it in a safe and I kept the key. Let's see exactly what I wrote just minutes before we went live. Okay, this can go up here. Inside this container, I wrote something I would like to share with you. Yes. And inside, I wrote that maybe next year we all can do great vacations. Yes, great vacations. Because we are going to visit Lisbon. We are going to be using teletransportation, yes, and the machine is a red one, yes, and the trip takes 5 seconds, yes, and we are going to be walking. Yes, so look, it's Lisbon, it's teletransportation, it's red, the machine takes 5 seconds, and we go walking. And this is my prediction for next time you all go on vacations. And you can all sit down. Thank you so much. And it's now time to introduce the next speaker. And I must say something. I can tell you how I did the trick. Yes, well, I can tell you both the first part and the second part, okay? The first part is that it is not true that here are the phones of everyone in the room. It's just Pedro Pinto, Pedro Pinto, Pedro Pinto. Okay? So, of course, it was Pedro Pinto. Okay? That's the first thing. But look, still, all of you, you said whatever you want. When I asked what's the box color, it's red. What's the way to fly is teletransportation, 5 seconds, all of that. And we were not prearranged. The reason why I picked Pedro Pinto is because, well, you will understand it now. He is the head of global business development from a multinational technology company headquartered in Lisbon. Portugal, dedicated to improving the quality, convenience, efficiency, and security in government services, travel, border control, and all smart facilities. Operating in Dubai. He will tell us not only about his own experience on internationalization, but also his experience on the Dubai market. So please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome my new friend, Pedro Pinto.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, boa tarde. Salam alaikum. It's an absolute honor to be here today and be part of this event, and especially being here at Expo 2020 in the Portuguese Pavilion. I'm sure everyone has the eyes on the excellent restaurant on the first floor, so I'll keep my speech briefed so we can enjoy it. I will share Visionbox experience in Dubai for the past 8 years, and also what was the road that brought us here to Dubai. But firstly, I need to say that my connection to Dubai is not only professional, it's also very personal. I met my wife in Dubai, I got married in Dubai, my daughter was born in Dubai, so I'm certain that Dubai still has a lot to offer me and to my family on the years to come. So, Visionbox journey here in Dubai started in 2014. At the time, headquartered in Lisbon, we start to create a strong footprint on Europe and South and North America, and then we decided to take the next step and to plan our expansion. The problem was we didn't know exactly where we'll be expanding and which city or which country will be able to do that. And we make a plan divided into 2 stages. The first stage, we set up an operation based mainly sales and business development. And as the business would be growing, we'll then add software engineers, support and maintenance, and program managers. We have made a checklist to try and see what will be the city and the country that will fit in what we are looking for. And we are looking for a place where it will be an advanced and strong ICT sector. Dubai checked this box because everything that is related with new technologies, it is developed and implemented here. Currently, 5G is currently available that will propel IoT. The new government mandate to attract 100,000 software developers in the next 5 years will make Dubai an excellent place for software development. So as a software company, that will meet our objective. Then we're looking a place where we could quickly set up a company where the bureaucracy was low, and from what the analysis that we have done, Dubai was that place. The information we got was that in a couple of days we could set up our own company. Everything was straightforward, so that box was also checked. And then political and financial stability. Dubai is a financial capital. The leadership of the country and of the Emirate has a clear vision about implementing technology and create progress to the citizen and to the region. So that also checked. And then lastly, the geographical location. Dubai and the UAE is exactly in the middle between East and West. So in our expansion to go to India, to go to Asia, to go to Africa, Dubai was the perfect gateway. So in 2014, we set up our company in Dubai Silicon Oasis. We are still there. We have moved office 3 times as our head count is grow. And then we realized that, okay, all the conditions are met. We have an office, we have a trained team, we have our marketing brochures. It will be quite easy and quite fast to do business in Dubai and in the Middle East. But we are not correct. Business in Middle East is not quick. And by the time that we realized that, with our experience, another word came to replace quick business, and the word is inshallah. Closing business in the Middle East takes time, takes a lot of time. But this is not necessarily a negative factor. Actually, I believe the Middle East way of doing business is quite similar with the Portuguese business culture. Firstly, face-to-face contact is extremely important. Talking is very important, and a personal deep connection with your client or your partners is very important. Secondly, both Portuguese and Middle East countries, we value do business alongside food. So business dinners, business lunch, social gatherings are a key process that we have understood that is necessary to create that bond and that relation with the clients. Personally, I am a huge fan of this way of doing business. I love eating. But sometimes during this long way, the internal pressure of the company for presenting results and doing numbers can make up a conflict. But still, the prospect of a long road to business, in my view, has a big advantage. After all the time talking, meeting, having meals, and getting to know your partner and your client, you'll create a bond. In the Arab culture, this is known as thika. And there is nothing better than create a bond and trust with your partner and with your client. Once that bond is established, and believe me, it takes a long time, you will reach a stage where you are not a supplier anymore. You are a partner, you are a friend, you are almost like family. And based on that friendship, trust, and empathy, your business will grow. Remember that personal relations in the region are as important as your product or as your service. To illustrate this, I'll give an example in one of the projects we have done here in Dubai. We started the first interactions in 2015. We signed a contract in 2018. 3 years to do a deal, but it happened. And that deal was a catalyst to other deals, and those other deals were a catalyst for other deals in the region. Our project now in Dubai are a worldwide reference, and all this waiting certainly has paid off. The success that we, as a Portuguese software company, achieved here is linked not only to our technological capacity, but also to our patience, our perseverance, and the natural empathy that the Portuguese people can establish while doing business with other people and other cultures. Another factor is the creativity and innovation that has been propelling the Portuguese ICT sector forward. The Portuguese capacity of improvising, thinking out of the box, and innovate when facing difficult situations can be summarized in the famous Portuguese word called desenrascanço, or to use the corresponding term in English, disentanglement. On the IT sector specifically, where the speed of change happens every day, when things get complicated, blocked, or where a solution cannot be found, be sure that the Portuguese will be able to find it. This sets us apart from other business cultures, as there is a level of freedom for new solutions, new ideas, and new concepts that will not be able to come forward if a rigid set book of rules was applied. The Portuguese capacity of innovation is not new. From the Carac and caravels the Portuguese ships use in the discoveries, to the Marine Astrolabe, as well as the first prepaid SIM card and the Via Verde, known here as SELEC, the ICT sector in Portugal is full of success stories. Visionbox is just one of many success cases Portuguese ICT companies have in their respective fields. It is clear for me that the world recognizes, and we feel that recognition and appreciation in the more than 35 countries where we have projects, that Portuguese technology is innovative, reliable, scalable, and made with a purpose. So, as I can already smell the aromas coming from Chef Chacal's kitchen, I will head to my conclusion, and I would like to leave 3 main messages. For all the Portuguese ICT companies that are looking for a stable and strong economy, private and government potential clients keen in adopting technology, not only in Dubai, but on the region, state-of-the-art infrastructure, and a hub for a business unit that could reach Middle East, Asia, and Africa, I believe Dubai is the answer. For the Dubai and the region, private and government entities, if you are looking for state-of-the-art technology, innovation, flexibility, and trustful partners for a long-term vision and partnership, Portuguese ICT companies are definitely the best fit. And finally, for the Portuguese ICT companies that are already operating in the region, keep up the good work. We can reach far. inshallah. Thank you. Shukran.
Thank you so much, Pedro Pinto. It was a pleasure to listen to your words. Our next speaker is known and an innovative leader in the Middle East, North Africa and South Asia, managing director of a Portuguese multinational company focused in digital solutions for mobile operators. They work on B2B2C platform services, digital marketing and fintech. Please welcome Sherif Amouda.
Hi everybody. Thank you very much, Anity, for asking us to present here with you. Thank you for bringing me to Expo, although we live in Dubai, but it was quite an interesting journey to come and have a look at all that has been here. I've been living in Dubai, but we travel a lot. Just from a personal perspective, I am kind of like a resident since I was a little kid. I was raised here in Dubai, so I'm one of the people that I came here when I was 6 years old, and I've been living and I've seen the growth of Dubai, and I've seen it from early on. And Dubai as a city, as a place, other than I feel it's my home country, it's a place that you see it with a great leadership. From inception, from the beginning, from Sheikh Rashid days, there have been always progressive thinking and dynamic management, and a complete bond between the government and private sector, something that doesn't exist in a lot of places in the world. If you follow and if you read the history of Dubai, and if you see where it is and where it came along, you will find out why it is what it is today. It's a place that everybody gets, you know, from the first thing, when you get into the airport in Dubai, you get hit immediately with the wow effect. It's a great place, civilized. We travel a lot, as I mentioned, even if I live here in Dubai and I lived here most of my life, whenever I come here to Dubai, it's immediately like feeling okay, because it's all based on one concept. It's the safest place in the world. And it has something also more important than that. It has a respect. There is always respect here in Dubai. You go to any place in Dubai, as someone who has been like a local, and even sometimes you don't realize it. You go to any public place in Dubai here, you go to the bathroom, it's always clean. Always notice that about Dubai. You go to anywhere in the rest of the world, it's not the same issue. It's not the same thing. You always feel that because it's quality, it's management, it has been this standards of respect and basically safety and making sure that we're reaching the highest standards always. And this has been a management issue from day one. So this is about Dubai, about myself and my experience. I'll talk a little bit about Timwe Tech. I'll talk about us and technology. I have a presentation about our products and our portfolio. The whole thing is to tell you about what we do, how we do it, and why we're innovative, and what are our challenges. Our challenges is not like the rest of the world. It's the same. It's basically, it's more even now, especially being in Dubai, because everybody is basically going through the digital transformation. The government was a leader on that, and we're following, and we are one of the people that are supplying to the government and to the telecoms, and these are on the forefront, especially the telecoms. Your biggest problem, or my biggest problem every day, is how can I keep my resources? And also our biggest problem in Lisbon also is how to keep these good resources. We have a lot of good talents, and Portugal being a small country with a lot of good universities, I think the biggest problem that we're facing right now is everybody in Western Europe and the rest of the world is trying to poach and take from these resources. And the number of resources is finite, it's not big. And now it is something that it's a global problem. It's not only Portugal. I think it's a very big global problem is the number of resources that are needed to cope with the digital transformation. Here in the UAE, it's a bigger problem also because of the dynamic management. It's faster. We're always ahead as a management, as a country, with the, you know, the rulers of UAE and the rulers of Dubai, they're always wanted to go to the next step, faster and fast, and get execution. And with this, with the amount of resources, this is the biggest challenge. Okay? I don't know the people in the room, did they share this with me or not, but finding the resources and keeping the good resources is my biggest challenge. Okay? Just to tell you a little bit about Timwe, and I'm going to talk a little bit about Timwe and what we do. Story about Timwe, I'm going to talk about the products. We started as a company from 2001, almost 20 years ago. Okay? And basically, we started as a small company looking for innovation, working with a telco, started by an investment banking. He's our current owner, and we have shareholders. And what he was looking for was basically the entertainment through the mobile. So he was ahead of his time, basically thinking about that, and worked with revenue share between him and the operators. And then we moved into IT and to digital marketing. And from there, we started creating a lot of innovation concept and innovative products. I'll talk a little bit about the products very, very fast, not to bore you, about 5 different products, which are the columns of what we do. And afterwards, I'm going to talk about how relevant it is to everybody's life. And from there, we can, find out where the world is going and taking us. Okay? So let's start, and I will show you a little bit by little. So this is where we are. We are very much into the what we call the emerging markets. Whenever basically wherever it's blue, you'll find us there in a very big way with an office. So we're in 80 countries. We're touching 280 telecom operators and about 20 governments. We have 600 employees. We're almost $500 million company. We exist where the unbanked society, which is very much the unbanked. We are the vehicles with the telecom operators for accessing the digital, okay? If you look at where it is, then we take it in terms of, we call it the MNO, mobile network operators. They are facing problems. The network operators or the telecom operators, they are facing a big problem right now because also voice is dropping. Data is where they're getting their money, but that's for some time. That's not going to be for a long time. They're looking for sources of making money. And their sources of making money is going to be by ICT services, by touching the consumer and the businesses. And this is how we gear all of our products. This is how we gear all of our thinking. And this is what we do. And I'll show you about 5 products that we do very quickly. And then I'll talk about how it is. So one of the things that we do is something called the Partner Hub, which is all about the digital, being a digital enabler. Today, if you want to exist and support basically businesses, you have to look at partners. From a telecom, from a bank, from whatever, open banking APIs, from a telecom perspective, you cannot survive with just voice and data. You have to look at partners. And these are being digital partners, being Netflix, being people like basically TikTok, all of these players. These players, you need to put them and get them to be time to market with them is fast. You have to bundle their services with your services. For the telecom operators, whenever he comes, it used to be when he come up with the device, it's how to come up with a new service or a new content faster than the others and get it access to the people. So this is what we do. We have a platform that allows him to have time to market and to eliminate fraud and to get him to be fast. Another product is mobile credit. These people are so that you might not have enough credit. A lot of the operators, especially in our part of the world, in Africa and even in Asia, they are in prepaid services. Not all of them have high ARPU or high revenues to be in the postpaid. These people run out of service, run out of money. How are you going to give them instant credit and keep it easy for them to spend more, on the same time alert them? So this is one of the services that we do, and this is one of the very, very important services. Direct calendar meaning the content, providing premium content to the telecom operator and to other people that want to be in the content, even being a utility, being an enabler of a wallet, or being an enabler of a super app, which is something that we also do, which is something that you enable these premium services, things like TikTok, things like Garena, Free Fire, things like Netflix. So this is one of the things. Super app is one of the things that I mentioned here, and this is what is the trend now. Super app started as a wallet, but now this has grown from just a wallet to become like a marketplace, like a one-stop shop where you buy everything through it. So for instance, today I was hearing about Kareem. Kareem is saying they want to have their super app as the main app for everybody. And they have a concept about that. We have the engines that can provide this super app. So being someone who's dealing with consumers, being a telco, being a utility, where you have a consumer, or even being a bank, you need to have a super app, or even an airline, where you have a large base of. And your strength is being in contact with the subscriber or being in contact with the client all the time. So we have a very powerful engine there, which is something called the gamification, which allow you to communicate all the time with the user every day and give him prizes to stay in your app all the time, okay? Digital activation programs, which is basically like a digital agency, which is all about digital marketing. And we do the digital marketing, which is basically other than the below line services, okay? So digital agency is something that we have from years, and we have gone to the next level of it. That's it, and we are in Portugal, as you can see. And this is from our side as a product and a portfolio. So this requires that you have machine language. It requires that you know about the consumers, know about the behavior, understand also your customer and their demand, and on the same time work with them to achieve their numbers and achieve them, become a partner. And in all the markets that we are, in all our customers, we are a partner. We started even with revenue share with them. We started with KPIs, whatever they're doing, we partner with them. Again, the issue is basically how you always maintain that. So you have to be very much intelligent and thinking ahead of time, ahead of the curve, to think about what is going to be the next thing, because you're a partner. Your revenue starts based on that. And this is what we do as a company. We just not offer only software or anything, also we consult to you to help you go to the next step. Being in this part of the world, being in UAE, which is a land of opportunity, being the safest place in the world, with having a lot of respect to the citizens and the residents, this is a country as a very good magnet to resources and to talent. One of the simple examples, and whoever has been in Dubai here maybe have been feeling it or knowing it, is what happened during COVID. I myself had COVID before, but you see what happened when we had COVID here in the UAE. You see how much the government have enabled the services faster than everybody. We were the first country to have the vaccination. We were the first country to have field hospitals. We were the first country to treat people. The number of mortality is the lowest in the world. So this tells you about the management and how they think. And we were the first country to open also, ahead of the world. And this is the country that you can see the results, where it is right now. Where has been the high net worth individuals moved to Dubai? You know, you have to ask yourself, why? And this is a trend. This is happening. And this is a trend that's going on. And we, from a technology perspective, we have to cater for all of that. We have to cater for this type of consumers that are coming. Challenge, as I said to you, help us find the best resources, because we're looking for them and helping to the projects. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sherif Amouda. It was great to listen to your words. As we approach the end of our event, it's now time to listen to the words of the president of ANETIE, Portuguese ICT Business Association. After that, I will be back for a final surprise. Get your envelopes handy. But now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome José Pedro Salles Pires, President of the Portuguese ICT Business Association.
Well, thank you very much. I think there is no doubt that we are here in a digital arena. Dubai is already a digital country, and my mission today is to demonstrate that Portugal is also a digital nation. First, I will give you just a few examples. We are today a reference player in many areas. I think what we heard from Vision Box or from Timwe is clearly a demonstration that we can do a lot of things in a lot of industry. I just put a few names here: automotive platforms, digital health, cybersecurity, revenue assurance, local platform. We have people here from OutSystems also. We are doing a lot of things very innovative, and we are doing that for a long time, okay? But our company are also building the future. So we are here today with reference player in terms of, as I said before, Vision Box, Team We Tech. We had heard their experience here in Dubai and what we can do from Dubai to the world. Critical Software, OutSystems, also here present today in Dubai. But we have other players like Fedzai, Fartech, Sieves of Via Verde. Some are unicorns, $1 billion US company. Startups that 5 years ago were nothing, but today are $1 billion US company. That's the power of our nation. That's the power of the creativity we have today in place in Portugal. That's the power of the digital we can bring to you here also in Dubai. Portugal is one of the most strongly innovative countries. I have no doubt about that. In the IC, we have a lot of companies. Sometimes it's a disadvantage, but sometimes it's an advantage. We are very flexible. We can find solution when somebody else are not able to find the solution. So we are software houses, we are ICT integrators. We are taking advantage of having also one of the best network, both in fiber, 4G, and I hope 5G in a very soon. And to give you also an idea of the importance of the sector for Portugal, the ICT represents more than 8.5% of the GDP. So it's very important for Portugal. So we are very excited to increase that number. And the growth for the last 10 years are being incredible. So we are in the sector in advance, in looking to the future. And today, we employ more than 2.3% of the active population. So in Portugal, we have some human resource to responding to the challenge of the Dubai companies or the world companies. We have human resource. It's a challenge for us. It's also an opportunity. I think it's important to say that today in Portuguese universities, we have more than 7,000 new engineers per year. And I think we can increase that number because we can be also a bridge for the Portuguese-speaking countries. So we can bring Portuguese people to be formed in Portugal and also to provide those software engineers to the world. That's something we are looking at. That's something we are working on because, as I mentioned before, we are growing a lot on the ICT sector. It's very interesting to stress that innovation almost has 4 times the speed of the national GDP. We are growing a lot. So that's the kind of challenge we are facing at, is to have just human resource required to develop new software, new ideas, and solve new problems. But we are investing. And that's why a lot of companies are already in Portugal. Google is already providing services from Portugal. Microsoft is there for the last 20 years. Cisco have a center of competence in providing support to all the customers in Europe. Siemens also is over there. A lot of companies like Mercedes and BMW are working on the next generation automotive platform. Everything is done in Portugal. Somewhere in Coimbra, somewhere in Lisbon. But those guys are working from Portugal with Portuguese engineers. We are making the future today. And those are the big brands we are driving today, but are developing the software in Portugal. And the future. What will happen in the future? Well, we have to look at the challenge of human resource as an opportunity. And what we want to develop is the concept of tech hubs. We want to help people to develop the skills, what is in cybersecurity or in nanotechnology or in artificial intelligence. We want to have these tech hubs as, I like the idea of Iman, it's like an attraction of people and trying to get the people there, but also to develop those competences, okay? So imagine having those guys coming from other countries and attracting those guys and developing and upscaling their capabilities to address all this new technology we are integrating in our platforms. So that's how we look to the future, attracting and retaining the best guys and to provide the best solution to the world, the best product. In terms of organization, I think we will have all a big challenge. Transformation, digital transformation is there. Dubai is, I'm sure, one of the top digital transform country, but there's a lot to do everywhere in the world. And now I think everyone is focused on that digital transformation. And more than 60% of the companies are now focusing the model and the strategic model centering in the customer and in that digital transformation. So digital first strategy is now really the next big goal of the companies. And my final word, because I want to be as quick as possible. 3 words, only 3 words only. First, participate. Participate in that digital transformation of the world. Be part of that global transformation process. It's here, and it will be there for the future. Engage. Engage your company, engage your country in this global adventure. That will be the future. And challenge. Accept this challenge and be a partner, as Pedro Pinto defined, a partner that will be helping you to be a digital nation. So yes, be a partner of Portugal Digital Nation, be a participant and engage yourself in that new world of transformation to the digital. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, José Pedro Salles Pires. As promised, we are now arriving to the surprise I've told you all about. At the beginning, I mentioned that today's event was happening in 3 cities, Dubai, Coimbra and Lisbon, as well as being broadcasted to the world via the internet. It's now time to connect to Lisbon and meet the genius behind Al Lusitano, the amazing restaurant at the Portugal Pavilion in Expo Dubai 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my friend and wonderful chef, Chacal. Hola, Chacal! How are you? We cannot hear you yet. Maybe soon we will. Yes, maybe soon, yes. We know we have video, we know we have Chacal, we know he is in Lisbon, and very, very soon we will even be able to listen to his words. Maybe this is the moment. Hello, Chacal, are you there?
Now.
Oh,
now okay.
He is there. Yes, perfect. How are you?
Good. Salam alaikum, everyone. Good afternoon. Boa tarde. Good tamam. Ina Lisbon tamam.
Incredible. That's our amazing chef Chacal. Chacal created, especially for today's event, he created 4 different cocktails. Yes, 4. Chacal, you want to tell us a little bit about the 4 different cocktails?
Yes, we created halal and haram. So we have everyone happy. This is very important. I create 5G, which is the 5 ingredients. It's the GF7 ingredients with orange juice, lime, mint, water with gas, and mango juice. Then we have a gigabyte. The gigabyte is the giga is the port wine because it's a big thing, amazing from Portugal. That's beat the tonic water, so it's a Porto tonic. Then we have the rum. It's a white wine. That's I don't know. Some of you know the Portuguese wine is amazing with orange juice and water and coriander, which is very typical in South Portugal. And then we have the Wi-Fi, and I say why. I ask myself why I create this. So it's a Wi-Fi. It's with ginger, pineapple, and rum, or we can do it also with non-alcohol.
There you go. And that's why. Okay, so while Shakal will be preparing these 4 cocktails that he just described to us, that he creates specially for this afternoon's event, he's at work, I can see him, is finding stuff, yes, oh yeah. Meanwhile, I will ask you all that are all of you right now at the VIP room at the Portugal Pavilion in Expo Dubai 2020 to get hold of your envelope. Yes, the envelope that says do not open, do not open. Hold it in your hand. Meanwhile, everyone watching it at home and taking part from home, please go ahead and get hold of your PDF. The PDF, as I explained before, it has the four images, which you need to cut like this, and like this, and you will have 4 postcards, each of them with the name of the cocktail that Shakal created and is actually preparing right now. But all of you right now at the VIP room at the Portugal Pavilion in Expo Dubai 2020, if you have your envelope with you, the one that says please do not open, please hold it up in the air with pride. I want to look at you and see all of you holding the envelope. Yes, perfect, because in a moment the magic will not be happening here, but on your own hands. In order for that to be possible, you will need to follow a couple of instructions, but make a lot of free choices, many decisions along the way. So please go ahead and start by opening the envelope. Yes, open the envelope. Inside, you will find 4 postcards. Yes. 4 postcards that illustrate the cocktails that Shakal created, yes, as he explained just a moment ago, and they are represented on these 4 postcards, each of the cocktails. Now, leave the envelope aside, you won't be needing the envelope now, but get hold of the 4 postcards. As I said, you will just need to follow a couple of very simple instructions and make a lot of choices along the way, and that way we will try the magic to go through the internet and happen on your own hands. First thing, get hold of the 4 postcards, turn them face down, yes, so white side looking up and the printed side looking down, okay? And now, once you have the 4 postcards, please go ahead and shuffle them up. Bring some from the top to the bottom, from the bottom to the top, to the middle, to the top, to the middle, to the center. It's very important that we do not remember in which order the postcards were a moment ago. Once you are happy with the shuffling, just square them up like this and twist them like that, so they become kind of parallel to your body, yes, but always looking down, okay, white side up, because now what is going to happen, it's very important. I'm going to ask you to hold I'm going to do it first and then give you a moment for you to do it, but basically what I would like is that you go ahead and you tear those postcards in half, like in this way, so you hold them like this, and then you tear them in half, all together at the same time, very slowly, in a straight line, as straight as possible, till they are just separated by a little bit of paper, okay? Let's see how is this going in Dubai right now. Okay, good, I can see. Once you are in this position, get hold of the left side with the left hand, get hold of the right side with the right hand, and prepare yourselves to pull your hands apart at the same time that you produce the following sound. Boop! It's very important, the sound. So please go ahead, do that now. Separate them, yes, go, boop, very good, yes. We cannot listen it very well because of the masks, but I can feel you did it. Yes, good, good, good. Now look, you have half of the postcards in your right hand after you shuffle them up. You have half of the postcards on your left hand after you shuffle them up. Now you will start taking decisions that will demonstrate to be very important in your future. Because in a moment I'm going to ask you to make one single pile with both halves. But think about all the possibilities you have to choose from. You can take the pieces you have currently on your right hand and place them on top of the ones of your left, or under the ones on your left. If you want to look at the problem from a different angle, you take the ones on your left and you place them on top of the ones on your right, or under the ones on your right. It's completely your choice. Just make sure you make one single pile with both halves. Okay. Good, 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 good. One single pile. Very good, very good. Now, very important. Hold the pieces between two fingers of your left hand. Two fingers of your left hand, and separate them a little bit, like separating one from the following one, making sure, open them in a nice fan, okay? Separating them one from the other, make sure we don't have two that are glued together or something, and nice fan. And please do not be surprised with the fact that they are now 8. That's normal, okay? That's Portuguese technology, okay? Good. So what I would like you to do is, once you have them open like this in a nice fan, get hold of the 1, 2, 3. The 3 pieces from the top of the fan, hold them on your right hand, okay? Hold them on the 3 pieces from the top, hold them on your right hand, and together, like these 3 pieces together, as if they were like a little packet of pieces all together. Place them, does not need to be exact, but more or less, in the middle of the fan, okay? More or less, it can be a little bit higher or a little bit more down. More or less in the middle, just shove them in like this. This way, we shuffle all of this. And square them up, yes. We should have done something, but I think we can run that script right now. So take the top piece of paper, just one, and without looking, place it inside your pocket, okay? Or under your leg, in a safe place. Very important. That top piece of paper, the one that is now on top, without looking, put it inside your pocket or in a safe place, under your leg, anywhere, okay? We should have done this before, we did it now. Never mind, should work. Okay, so we continue. Again, hold the pieces between 2 fingers of your left hand, open them up in a nice fan, okay? And now, very important, get hold of the top piece of paper, just one, and hold it very high in the air, stretching your right arm. Very important. Yes, stretch your right arm. Hold that piece of paper very high, because this piece of paper, the one that I'm holding here, I will not swap with anyone. Anyone doing it at home will not be able to swap. But all of you right now at Expo Dubai 2020, this piece of paper you are now holding, please go ahead and that piece of paper, swap it with the one that is being held by the person next to you. You give this one to that person, and that person gives the one to you. Just swap among yourselves. Yes, yes. To the left, to the right, wherever that piece. And once you have the new piece, hold it very high. If you have a new piece now, you have no one to choose. If you don't have anyone to trade, you don't trade. But if you want to trade many times, you can trade many times. Once you have a final piece in your hand, hold it very high again. Yes, yes, very high. Now, each of you are now holding a piece of paper that a moment ago belonged to someone else. Well, take that piece of paper and place it in the middle of your pieces of paper, in the middle of the fan. That new piece somewhere in the middle, okay? So this way, we not only shuffle our pieces, but also the pieces of all our partners in the VIP room right now. And now, very important, please get hold of the 2 top pieces. 1, 2. The 2 from the top, hold them on your right hand and wait there. Yes. Why waiting there? Because now you will have 3 options, okay? I'm going to tell you what the options are, and then you can choose the one you like the most. Option number 1, okay? Option number 1 would be to take those 2 pieces you are currently holding on your right hand and place them on top of the ones where you take them from a moment ago. Not very interesting, right? A bit boring, but it's just option number 1. Option number 2. Yes, take these 2 pieces of paper and place them in the middle of the others. Again, a bit repetitive, but it's just option number 2. Option number 3, yes, these 2 pieces of paper you are now holding on your right hand, you will get rid of those by throwing them in the air. Yes, engage with the moment. And if you go for option 3, just throw them up in the air as high as you possibly can, although you are at the VIP pavilion. Choose your option. Yes, lots of courageous people. Yes, great, 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 great. Now, very important. Square all the pieces of paper you have in your hand, place them on the palm of your left hand, and bring your hand in front of your face. Yes, perfect. That's correct. That's your face. That's good. That's good. That's good. Now, let's try to hold this position, trying to move your left hand as little as possible for about a week. It doesn't need to be a real week. No, 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 no. It can be a symbolic week. But in order for all of us to spend a symbolic week together, we'll need to go through a little ritual. Yes, let's do a ritual. So hold the piece of paper between 2 fingers of your left hand like a moment ago. Yes, in your left hand. Very good. Now, what we will do in a moment is we will pass 1 piece at a time from the top to the bottom for each day of the week. But not only we will do that, but we will be shouting out loud the names of the days of the week. Okay? So today is Tuesday. Let's start with the future. Let's start with Wednesday. Okay? So not yet, but for now, just get hold of the top piece of paper. And in a moment, not yet, but in a moment, this piece of paper that is now on top, we'll bring it under the packet. Not yet. Because while we do that, we should say at the same time, out loud, we would say Wednesday. Okay? Okay? So here we are. Take the top piece of paper, just one, and let's bring it under the packet as we all say Wednesday. Very good. We go for the next piece of paper, the one that is now on top. Just one. And we'll bring it under the packet as we all say Thursday. Very good. We go for the next one. It is now on top. Just one. We take the piece of paper, we bring it under the packet as we all say Friday. We go for the next one. It is now on top. Just one. Bring it under the packet as we all say Saturday. We go for the next one. It is now on top. Just one. Bring it under the packet as we all say Sunday. We go for the next one. The one is now on top. Just one. Let's bring it under the packet as we all say Monday. And finally, let's take the top piece of paper. Just one. Let's bring it under the packet as we all say Tuesday. Very good. Very good. We are now ready to celebrate Portuguese technology. Yes. You know why? Because Portuguese and technology are exactly the words that we are going to use on this final ritual of this afternoon. Okay? So, we get hold of the pieces between 2 fingers of your left hand, like a moment ago. Yes, yes, yes. And what I will ask you to do in a moment, not yet, is to get hold of the top piece of paper. Just one, okay? Not 2 glued together, just one. And when I say, not yet, we'll bring it under the packet, not yet, as we all say, Portuguese, okay? Are you ready? Here we go. Take the top piece of paper, just one, and bring it under the packet as we all say, Portuguese. Very good, very good. Now, what I will ask you to do, not now, in a moment, is to take the top piece of paper, okay, just one, not yet, and we will throw this top piece of paper in the air at the same time that we say technology, okay? So, ready? Here we go. Take the top piece of paper, just one, and like before, let's throw it in the air as we all say, technology! Yes! Very good, very good. Let's go for the next piece of paper, the one that is now on top, just one, and bring it under the packet as we all say, Portuguese. And then we take the next one, the one that is now on top, just one, let's throw it in the air as we all say, technology. Yes, very good, very good. We go for the next one, that is now on top, just one. Let's bring it under the packet as we all say Portuguese. And we go for the next one, that's now on top, just one. Let's throw it in the air as we all say technology. We go for the next one, that is now on top, just one. Let's bring it under the packet as we all say Portuguese. And let's go for the next one, that is now on top, just one. Let's throw it in the air as we all say Portuguese. And I only have 1 piece of paper in my hand. If you happen to have more, just keep doing. Next is Portuguese, then technology, then Portuguese, then technology, till you are left with 1 single piece of paper in your hands. Yes. Oh no, you throw them all away. That's okay, sir. That's okay. Just grab one from the floor and hope that the magic happens. Anyway, so remember, this piece of paper, it's the good luck token from this afternoon's event. You will carry it with you because this piece of paper represents all your choices. You shuffle them up, you swap pieces among yourselves, you chose option 1, 2, and 3, you wait for a week, you shout out Portuguese technology. But remember, at the beginning, I ask you to just grab a piece, any piece, and place it inside your pocket. Yes, go there now, go to your pocket, get that piece of paper, and let me know if you're able to find the beauty of Portuguese technology. Well, do not throw those papers away because you ended up with a cocktail. Yes, a cocktail that was created by Chacal, and this is time to connect to Chacal home again to see, wow, they look beautiful. Are they ready?
They are completely ready and cold. I think it's very important in Dubai on that moment, probably.
So which one is, tell us, show us each of them, please, Chacal.
So we have a 5G, gigabyte, sport, the RAM, and the Wi-Fi.
Perfect, perfect. So the reason why we asked Chacal to create these 4 freshly new cocktails is because they will be waiting for you at the restaurant. Yes. Okay, so after once we say goodbye, you'll go on a quick visit through the Portugal Pavilion at Expo Dubai 2020, and then we will all meet at Chacal's restaurant, and one of these 4 amazing cocktails will be waiting for you. And of course, it's Portuguese technology. Chacal just did these 4. They are currently being replicated and being sent via the internet to the restaurant. Is that correct, Chacal?
Exactly. Yes, they are probably ready. They are cold. I say just put a lot of ice because I think we need something refreshment, and it's a taste of Portugal. In most of the cocktails, we have the coriander, we have the port wine. The orange from Algarve, they are very famous. So it's very funny. You know how you say orange in Arabic, Luis?
I don't know.
Portugal.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Portugal. Yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Chacal. And thank you to all of you that were with us, wherever you are in the world, at the VIP room at the Portugal Pavilion. It was a true pleasure from all of us involved on these 3 different spots, connecting cables, making technology work, but create this sense of partnership and togetherness. So that's it. On behalf of ANETIE, Portuguese ICT Business Association, thank you so much for having been with us. See you all sometime soon, somewhere, but always being surprised by Portuguese technology, the one that is done at Portugal Digital Nation. Thank you and see you soon. Bye-bye.
Portugal grew. It widened the sea and the land with the warmth of its enthusiasm and knowledge. From the center of the world, it writes the new epic poems of today, determined and resilient in going further. Today, it conquers new seas through innovation and its mission to help everyone else through its in-depth technological knowledge. It is with a lot of talent and competitiveness that we are making a difference for an increasingly better world.